All right, we're live. What is tonight? Wednesday night? Wednesday night, Coach Micheal Burt coming to you live from my home office. And I know some people come see me in the mornings here. Thank you on the morning drives, the Tuesday, Thursday rhythm. Some people are in my 5-day challenge every day at noon, which will continue tomorrow and Friday. Some people come, pray drive for lunch on Wednesdays. And I thought, why not do pray drive for dinner? And so I went to the gym tonight to work out because I missed my workout this morning. Jerry Dale Nettles. I missed my workout this morning at 5 a.m. So I was just like, man, I got to get this in today. So I went to the gym tonight at 5, and then I got all fired up. And I got all fired up because Daniel Hodges, I'm seeing a trend with people, and I'm going to say specifically in industries that are struggling to generate deals, mortgage, real estate. And all I'm hearing from this group of people is how hard it is to do a deal today, right? Daniel Hodges, how hard it is to do a deal. There's nobody buying it. There's no loans. And then I hear that some of these people have already kind of taken off for Christmas. Folks, give me a damn break. You don't take off for Christmas on the 14th of December when you're trying to sell a house, put a loan together, put a deal together. Like I don't know what fantasy world you're living in where you just say, you know what, nobody's buying anything, so there's nothing for me to do. I'm just going to take this season off, okay? And I was on insurance calls today with financial advisors. I was on real estate calls today. I was on mortgage calls today where I'm coaching these people. And let me just set the record straight, because if you get my new book, Flip the Switch, you're going to see this. There's a whole chapter on this called Pretenders and Contenders. Big-time people do not operate in seasonal modes, okay? They go to bed tired and they wake up hungry, okay? They don't say it's Christmas time, so there's no deals. Folks, retail stores make a fortune at Christmas time. Black Fridays, like you would never, ever in a million years hear a guy like me say, you know what, you're not really making any money right now, so why don't you just take off for the next 2 or 3 weeks and wait for the economy to come back, which may not happen for 6 months to a year. And, that's going to be a good idea for you, right? You would never, ever hear. So, what I was trying to explain to people today is I hear a lot of insurance people say, well, I'm in season, okay? And I can't do anything because I'm in season. Folks, you do not hear people that make millions of dollars say, I'm in season and I'm out of season. They're in season all year round, right? You're an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur makes money when they sell something. So I'm pretty sick and tired and disgusted, just to be honest with you, of listening to all these excuses that people use when they're not producing. Nobody's buying anything, blame it on other people. Number one, you never place your destiny in other people's hands. And if you want to make money, then wake up every day and pursue something. That is what Flip a Switch means. That's what Pray Drive means. Pursue a deal, pursue opportunity, pursue a lead, pursue your current clients, pursue your past clients, right? Like I hear the excuses like, man, I'm just not doing much right now. There's not a lot going on, so there's nothing for me to do. Man, come on, man. There is never, ever, ever, never a time that there's nothing for you to do. Never, okay? So I'm okay with you taking some days off. Hear my heart on this. But I'm not okay with listening to mortgage originators bitch about they can't make any money right now and taking off, 11 days before Christmas, as if there's nothing for you to do. You would never see a top mortgage originator do that. You would never see a person that's performing at the highest level do that. You would never, ever, ever in a million years hear me say something like that, okay? Now, I'm not telling you don't take off, but hit your goals first before you take off. Do something before you take off. Get in the office and prospect before you take off. Like earn your time off, okay? Now, I'm sure some people are going to say, oh my God, why is Coach Burt so upset about this? Man, when you coach as many people as I do, you get tired of excuses. And an excuse is a self-proclaimed opt-out. You're capable of it. You could do it. There are other people doing it, but you can't do it. You may say, well, you're not in the mortgage business. You're not in the real estate business. Folks, I'm in the coaching business. It's just as hard to sell coaching today as it is to sell a loan or an insurance policy or whatever you want to sell, right? When economy contracts, it's hard on a lot of people to sell something, but they don't contract with the economy. They look for ways to stimulate their economy. And this is really what Pray Drive is. Pray Drive is saying, I'm going to set a target and I'm going to pursue that target until I reach the target. And no matter what external factors happen, no matter what the economy's doing, no matter what, I'm never going to use excuses or self-proclaimed opt-outs. I'm never going to place my destiny in other people's hands. Okay, so if you're out there and you're listening to this and you are one of the people who said, man, I'm shutting it down. Okay, now, number one, if you hadn't hit your goals yet for this year, why would you shut it down 17 days before the end of the year? Push this thing across the freaking finish line. Don't give up 17 days. You read Ed Milet's book, The Power of One More. I was reading some of it last night. What it means is there is one more deal in you. There is one more rep in you. There is one more phone call in you. There is always one more. Okay, but you don't get to the one more if you just say, well, nothing's happening. So, I can't get my mind around. I just can't get my mind around people when they're not producing, that they think that not doing anything would be an answer to their problem. It's not going to be an answer to your money problem. It's not going to be an answer to your team problem. It's not going to be an answer to your financial problem. It's not going to be an answer to your business problem. It's not going to be an answer by doing nothing. Okay, and so I was listening to people talk today, and it's like, some of these mortgage people checked out, moved on, waiting on something to happen. Objects at rest stay at rest unless acted on by an outside force. Right, Cynthia? Objects in motion stay in motion. So you'll see the top 1% of performers, they will push as hard as they can, like it's a football team trying to win a bowl game. I was telling my buddy on the way home, you think Saban takes next week off? You think somebody trying to win a Super Bowl takes next week off? You think, like my whole life, I was a basketball coach. And I literally remember taking one day off. And I remember some days practicing on Thanksgiving because we were playing in a tournament the next day. I remember practicing on Christmas Day because we were getting on an airplane the next day to go fly somewhere to play. And that's when they had the tournaments, at Christmas. So we flew around the country. And it was always day after Thanksgiving. And I remember my whole life being in a gym from the 26th to the 31st of December, man. That's just the way we lived. So then I started my business, and everybody has all these seasons. It's like, well, this is not our season. So we're just going to relax, and we're going to wait on something to happen. There's enough commerce. There's enough currency that you never have to have an out of season, right? Because as soon as basketball season was over, we took maybe a week off. And then we moved. That was after we played 40-something games. Okay. Then we would come back and start postseason. Then we go summer season. Then we would go preseason. And then we were in season. But the whole time, right? And I remember them having to create rules in the summer, Jimmy, called dead periods, so we wouldn't practice during the dead period. Okay. Now, we all know people practice during the dead period. They found some way to do something during the dead period. But that's just a way of life, man. And so you got to really ask yourself, what are you pursuing? Is it worth you? Is it important enough for you to sacrifice some time, energy, money? Is it important for you to, take your time off for Christmas, see your family, see your friends, have fun, go to Christmas parties? But the Christmas parties can be monetized. Make connections with people, follow up with people. But for God's sakes, don't say I'm struggling to make money and start taking off the 14th of December, okay? And if that's you, then, man, you're probably not a good fit for a guy like me. Because I'm looking for Navy SEALs, not baby SEALs. I'm looking for people who are in the game, Alejandro, not people who are sitting on the sideline watching people in the game. So that was on my heart today. And when I worked out, it kind of got my testosterone going. And I'm like, man, I'm going to address this. You can't complain about your lot in life while simultaneously being lazy. Okay, you can't have both. You can't deposit excuses and money at the same time. Okay, and you can't deposit excuses, by the way. So I just want to encourage you as you watch some of these prey drives, sometimes a good coach will just get in your ass and go, come on, man. Like, I can't even believe we're having this conversation. Like, this is not high-level performance. This is low-level performance from a very low-level thought pattern. And it ain't going to produce anything, man. I can just tell you that. So I want to encourage you. I don't want to discourage you tonight. Eric, what I was talking about today on this call tonight, on this impromptu pray drive for dinner, is all the people who are struggling financially who have already taken off on December 14th for Christmas, right? And I just cannot get my mind around as a coach. It's foreign to me to hear people. When my last season at Riverdale, we were not very good. I think the players that I coach would tell you that we were not as talented as my other teams. We didn't say, well, we're just going to get beat by people. What we did is we actually increased our practice time. We came in before school as much as they would let us have the kids during the day. We practiced. We would sometimes practice 6 hours a day. We practiced the first 2 hours on nothing but dribbling and passing. And that's the mindset. Like, if we're not hitting our sales goals, increase. Increase what? Strategy, action, videos, database blast, showcase events. You don't decrease in times of decrease. You increase in times of decrease. And so as a coach, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't tell you, man, it's time to level up. It's time to level up. Thank you, Ronnie. It's time to level up, man. It's time to check your excuses at the gate. It's time to get in the game. It's time to get off the bench. It's time to quit whining about whatever's going on in life. And it's time to actually get it. We had a great sales day today, and I'm convinced the new book has given us lots of momentum, gives me something to talk about. But having said that, the book ain't going to sell itself. Okay, I think we've moved over 4,000 units of that book, Flip the Switch, and it's not going to move itself. I got to get on here and talk. I got to coach people. I got to get people excited. I got to show up and do pray drive for lunch every day. I got to do pray drive at dinner. I freaking do pray drive for breakfast. I wake up in the middle of the night talking about pray drive, folks. In the middle of the freaking night. Because I am so focused on helping this book be successful. Because it's not 2 years writing the book. It's 30 years of devoting time and energy and sacrifice to something I believe in, which is helping other people reach their goals. So I just want to encourage you, if you're out there and you're around people, thank you, Rob. If you're around people who have these attitudes, disassociate yourself with them. Just tell them, man. Say, man, go be broke on your own time. Go whine on your own time. Go somewhere where they'll let you contract. I want to give you 4 things, then we'll get off here. I asked Kevin Elko once how Saban built such a culture. I'm watching Hugh Freeze, who I love. I'm watching Hugh Freeze at Auburn. And I'm watching these videos of him talk to his players in the locker room and get his players excited and buy into the messenger. And I asked Elko once, how did Saban build the team in Alabama? And he said 4 things. Number 1, standards. They have standards and they don't lower their standards. Okay, in our society, everybody lowers their standards. Okay, that's what they do, Michael Lush. They don't hit their goals and then they blame somebody for it. Okay, they lower their standards. And he said identity. We're the best. We treat ourselves like the best. We show up like the best. We perform like the best. Number 3, language. Pray drive is a language. That's what I'm teaching. It's a language, right? It's activators of your drive and motivation to go perform. That's what the book's about. And then he said accountability. Where there's no consequence, there's no change of behavior. Okay? So for the people, this is what I would tell people. If I was running a mortgage company today, I would say if you're not in your office every morning and you're not on the phone making X number of calls and you're not trying to put deals together, you can go be broke on your own without our help. I'm not going to feed you any leads. I'm not going to give you any business. I'm not going to help you perform. If you don't have enough common sense to get in the office early and to stay late and not take off 11 or 15 days at Christmas when you're going broke, then you don't have enough common sense, as they say, to get out of the rain when it's pouring down rain on you, okay? So guess what? We don't have a place for you here. Good luck to you. See, all the people that get laid off, okay, and they get mad at somebody else. Listen, I run a business. Let me tell you what, I do not lay people off if they are producing revenue. The only people who get laid off would be people who are not contributing to monetization of the business. Okay? So if you're out there and you say, man, well, I got laid off, You know, there are times when you get laid off because the company's just not making money, and you couldn't do anything about it. Okay, let's say that. But for the most part, from a guy who runs a company and has run a company for the last 16 years, I never lay off people who are incredibly valuable. If they can help us make money, they stay. Okay, so what's the objective here? Help the company make money. Help yourself make money. Okay, if you want to make more money, help the company make more money, and you will make more money. Okay, so tonight I want to get on here. It's a little in-your-face pray drive. I'm going to be talking about the dark side of pray drive over the next 2 days. I'm doing pray drive for lunch. 5-day pray drive challenge. Do you reward your employees if they make the company money? Yeah, all of my people are on a commission. All of them, operations people, sales people. They can all make more money if they help us make more money. All of them. Okay, so. I believe in performance compensation. Everybody in my company has a base. Even the salespeople have a healthy base, higher than the national average for a base, and then they get a chance to earn commission. And they get a 10% commission if they go out and they close something. I'm going to give them the products and services. I'm going to push as hard as I can. I'm going to help them sell it, and they can go out and earn more money if they help us create more money. Everything leads back to monetization, okay, at the end of the day. So, Joshua Youngs, what's up, big guy? So, I just want to get on here tonight. New book's coming out January 31st, Cynthia. You can pre-order it right now. I got a big event January 13th called Activate. You're going to hear me start talking about that a lot. How do you activate kinetic energy that's stored inside of you? How do you activate your potential? How do you activate that which is inside of you to go pursue? Lee Simmons. So the whole day on January 13th is about Activate, okay? It's completely free. Thank you, Andrew. For the people who buy 10 copies or more, they get to come in person. And we're going to start heavily marketing that. So we hope to have 1,000 plus people on the virtual for that. That's a goal. And so if you're out there, man, you're trying to activate, January 13th with me is it. But you won't see a guy like me shut it down until it's time, until I have laid it all on the court. And then I'm going to get up and do it again. So take a break, rejuvenate, and get back in the game. Take a break, rejuvenate, get back in the game. That's how you go build a business. At least that's the way I know how to build a business, okay? So thank you, guys. Everybody needs a coach. My name's Coach Burt, by the way. I coach people. Lee Simmons told me to start telling people this. I coach people on how to activate their pray drive, how to perform at much higher levels, how to find, package, and market, and ultimately monetize what makes them unique in the world. That's what I do for a living. I activate the drive in people, okay, through coaching, boot camps, workshops, books. Lee Simmons, there you go, big guy. That's what I do. You guys have a great night. God bless you.